I was supposed to be going to school, doing barber school. I started off, that's what I was doing. So I'm going to school every day, 2 to 10, go to school. I missed one day, and I'm like, all right, well, I'll be there tomorrow. I missed that one day, and then from there, I'm like, well, damn, I still got the time to be outside the crib from 2 to 10.
Uh-huh.
I'm all right, well, I'm going to chill. I'm going to chill outside today. I was outside, boy. I'm like, what? Oh, no. School gonna have to wait till I get off house arrest.
Hey, Stace, man, I thought you wasn't coming back.
You didn't.
Yo,
I thought you wasn't coming back, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, man, I don't know what's going on, man. Can you hear me?
Huh?
Yeah, that Mo?
All right. No,
he came back as Mo.
His account.
He came back as Mo.
Hold up, let me start the camera, John. Hold up, let me see something.
I already started it. It's recording already.
Oh, you did? Okay, all right. Yeah, I don't know.
Now I'm starting to live now.
Yeah, but my camera joint not working.
Well, get it fixed, man.
Yeah, okay, there we go. All right. Yeah, but it's still lagging though.
It'll catch up.
Yeah, get your internet together, brother.
Gotta upgrade your Zoomy.
You know what? I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna. You got the questions right, Knight? Because I can't follow with it. All right, you know what though? I'm gonna just talk. I mean, you know, as long as the video's a little behind. Right. Okay.
You ain't gonna let that stop. No.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what that joint doing though. Hold up.
Roll with the punches, man. That's all.
I think it's my computer. That's what it is. You starting to join, Knight? Don't forget to share it in the group, John.
Yeah. We live now.
All right, okay. All right, yeah, so we're gonna get this joint done, man. Yo, what's up? What's up, everybody?
Not yet. It's still preparing it.
Okay.
It said redirecting the Facebook Live.
Okay. All right, you do that, Knight.
3, 2, 1.
All right, go ahead, Knight.
Welcome everybody to Real Brothers for the real world. I'm TL. That's my son, my old head, Terrell. And my man, DJ Stacy Zap Black.
Yo, what's up? What's up? What's going on? What's happening, y'all?
We all chilling.
Yeah, everything good, man?
Who?
I don't know what that mean, bro. We'll talk about that later, man. Yeah.
Yo, Black.
Anything good, man?
What's the topic for today, man?
We got a couple of them, man. We got a couple. I'm pulling them up now. Couple light ones, and then we got some. Let me see. I know we talking about
the Derrick Jaxn boy.
Yeah, Derrick Jaxn. Yep, we talking about that.
Power to Black Dollar.
Yep.
Black Dollar Blackout.
Yep.
Most embarrassing moment.
Right. But all right, you know what? I had a thought though, man. I want to dive right in. First of all, I want to start it off with a question. I would love one of my Republican friends to give me a call, because this is kind of where it all got started. Give me a call and tell me why it makes sense to make it illegal for people to give people water and food while they're in line to vote. That's what they did in Georgia. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, that's what they did. They made it illegal because what they doing, Real, is the fact that they lost the election in the state in Georgia. They passing laws now. I think they said it's like 250 laws that states are passing trying to limit people's access to the voting box. But that's part of it.
One of the grow all over again.
And actually, that's the thing. But what I would like though, I would love for somebody to tell me. I mean, but why does that make sense though? I would love for somebody.
Well, you as a person of education, some type of knowledge, common sense. You know it don't make sense.
Right.
Most things they do don't make about. They're not worrying about if it makes sense. They just gonna pass it until somebody fight it.
Right.
Wow, that's amazing. Now
I'm gonna see how much I can get away with until somebody dispute it. They ain't gonna stand for nothing. Why not do it?
Yo, Black, somebody playing PlayStation on your John?
Wow, which is making noises?
No, you like this.
No, I'm doing a robot. No,
like he's walking out this joint.
But the thing about it, Nike, and that's kind of where it goes. It bleeds into the first topic. One of the things that the lady that ran for governor in Georgia, Stacey Abrams, and she almost won. She lost by the skin of her teeth. And she got all the groups together, coordinated, and got everybody together. So what she's saying now is what they want to do are the companies that are in Georgia that don't stand up and say that this is wrong. They talking about boycotting them.
As they should. That's why that's my whole point with the Black Dollar Blackout. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's cool to march. I'm all for it. You know, it's cool to protest. I'm for that too. But we've been marching and protesting since the 50s. Ain't nothing really changed. You know what I mean? We still marching for civil rights. We still marching, for equality, justice. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They don't hear that. The only time they hear us or anybody is when it affects the economy and when it affects their pockets.
Right.
Then you have they'll rap with you then if you can show that your political and economic shit is like this. Like,
right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
If they stand to lose,
right.
They won. Hold up. So wait a minute. We about to lose. Let's figure something out.
I agree with what y'all saying. I agree with you that the economic piece is, if not more, just as vital. But there is still a need, I think, for us to get to come together. And and that's because really when you talk about march, you talking about protests. That's what gets everybody on the same page. Because that's what brings the cameras. So you need that also. They kind of go hand in hand. But I do agree with you though that the economic piece of it is just as important. That's taking it to the next level.
That's when people start paying attention.
Right. True.
You know what I'm saying?
True. Now, Nike, when you talk about the protests or the Black Dollar Blackout, explain that. What did you mean by that?
It's not even a protest, man. It's like, all right, so if you go read the site, I'm giving the rationale for, the power of the black dollar, right? What I'm saying is, we don't really have a platform. I mean, I know we had Black Lives Matter, and all that. They not hearing that, man.
Well, no, they do, because
they're not really hearing that. You know why? No, because if they were hearing it, they want you to think we hearing it, but they're not hearing it. The only way they're gonna hear it is if you hit them pockets.
But again, Nike, and I'm not totally disagreeing with you. I'm just saying that they do hear the protests. They hear that because they see it.
All right,
because they see it.
Look, if I hear you cursing out some girl, and then I see you doing it, but if I don't do nothing about it, if I just turn around, walk away, or I see you doing it. He cursing her the fuck out.
But the fact that you can some organization or some group can say, we're gonna get 1 million people together to join together in the street, that gets people's attention. Now, if you say we can get 1 million people together and 20 show up, you're right, they're gonna ignore you. You understand, Rel? But if put it this way, Rel, if your pop said, I'm gonna get 1 million people to meet me in front of City Hall, and 1 million people show up, I'm gonna realize I gotta deal with Terry. You understand what I'm saying? So
that's my point.
No,
that's exactly my point.
But again, so therefore they do see the protest. It's just that we have to. What you're doing is saying take the protest to the next level, make it mean something. But it starts with the protest. So it starts with the protest.
But what I'm saying, we've been protesting and marching forever. So and this is just my opinion.
It's past started.
It's time.
You saying to start with the protest? Okay. Well, how long do we continue the starting process? We passed that.
Yeah. How many pair of shoes we got to fuck up before it's time to actually do something?
Well, see,
I'm all for protesting and marching and all that, but it don't.
Now we got their attention. Now what we gonna do with it?
Right, and that's my point. But you got to get their attention first.
Right.
You have to get
We've
their
been doing
attention
that
first.
since the 50s.
Well, true, and
but
you know what though?
Just letting it go by the wayside.
But but that's where I think I'm gonna put this out there. I think that there has been change. There has been change.
Ain't no doubt. Ain't no doubt about it.
And change is continuing. Change is continuing. They're passing laws now. They're scaling back the way that you can purchase guns and different things like that. So change is happening and continue to happen. Now, is it happening as quickly as we want? Now you can argue that, but change is happening.
I think you're falling for the Kool-Aid just a little bit, man.
What you mean?
No, that's
because
that's accurate.
I mean,
go ahead, Rel. What you mean, Rel?
So you can't say. So you saying there's been no change?
Huh?
I
didn't say it hasn't been any change,
but
the change is so slight. First of all,
it's very minimal.
First of all, we shouldn't even have. Look, the point of the matter is, we should already have the same rights. We should already have.
Agreed.
But we know this.
We know this, right?
Knowing that, we know this. Okay. All right. My thing is this, right? When people be, getting all bent out of shape about certain things, what's what. You already know what you up against. Why are you letting it you
just deal with it?
You can't let that. Just not even just deal with it, but.
No, I mean
you can't let it. You can't let it upset you.
You got to handle it.
You know what it is already.
Right.
You already know what type. You already know what's coming. You already know what they plan is. You divide and conquer. Keep them at bay. You know what it is. So when they do that, you can't be like, you can't be surprised. Oh, what is going on? Why are they treating us like? Why we ain't getting the same rights? Well, we know this story. We know why.
Right.
But that
they're scared of us.
But the thing is, there comes a point where you have to take control of your own.
I had a cup and
your own destiny. Cup, you know what I mean? Or you have to take control of your own. Give it directly.
Hey, Terrell, we focus, man.
I'm
This is first time on with us, y'all.
I'm the real.
So yeah,
what you say,
So what I'm saying is, in my honest opinion, if we can't get to do something as simple as not spend $1 on a specific day, what is that really saying about how together we are?
Now,
we ain't together.
Exactly.
We are. Hold on. So
that's why
we fail to realize. But we be trying to make it seem like we all kumbaya, come as one. We are one unit. We hate each other just as much as they hate us.
Right.
No, well. Let me back up. I would say, Rel, there's a lot of that. But as we just got finished saying, though, look at the protest that happened as a result of the George Floyd murder. I mean, you talking about weeks, maybe months on end, millions of people across the nation, across the world, coming together in the street protesting.
What did it accomplish, Stace?
But hold on, no.
It got people out of. It got some Republicans taken out of office. They lost elections.
Because they were marching. Wait, because they were marching and protesting for all this time. So now, because we was out there showing unity, marching and protesting, there is no more police deaths or police murder.
No, see, but what
it's
they're
not real
doing
unity when people just doing it for show. It's not real. It was
right.
it's
Like,
just something to do. It's the trend.
Like I'm saying, like marching.
See,
let's be
but
yeah, we all
see,
together.
okay,
it
but
wasn't nothing real.
But let me ask you this then. So if they start passing laws, like the laws, the kind of laws that were being talked about during the election, one of the things that he was saying is that if a cop kills somebody, take it out of the local jurisdiction, take it to the state level. Because as we know, the cops and the DA, they all work together. So if a cop kills someone, don't let the local DA do the investigation. That's one of the things. Hold on, hear me out. If that law passes, would you agree that that's a good thing?
I would think so.
I would say it's a good thing, but I still don't think that would bring change. Like holding somebody accountable, just say, okay, we ain't gonna let you go here. We're gonna let you go over there.
See, but Nike, holding somebody accountable.
It's about
that's all we want.
But that's exactly
cops accountable.
But that's
I
what
ain't talking about
Nike.
acquitted. How many cops have been actually convicted in all these marching and protesting and all that?
Five have been convicted. But hear me out. Now I answer the question, but hear me out though. But you got the trial starting tomorrow. That within itself doesn't happen. First, the family got awarded $27 million. The George Floyd family got awarded $27 million, and the police officer was being put on trial for that. That within itself, cops don't normally get to this level. So the fact that happened is showing that there is change. And even at the federal level, one of the things that's being talked about is, like I just said, not at the state level in Georgia, what they're saying is push these companies, I think it's like Home Depot, Southwest Airline, all these companies that are housed and based out of Georgia, protest and boycott those companies if they don't step up.
That's all that I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's all I'm saying. But I'm not talking about just Georgia, because the problem is systemic. It's in the whole United States as a whole. So until we have like federal laws passed, till we have laws that can't be changed right back soon as the Republicans take office. You know what I mean? We need real type change. Like, and the only way people are going to give you that change, or the government or corporations are going to give you that change, is when they start missing that black dollar.
Now, Nike. Now, let me ask you this.
Can I say something real quick?
Yep.
If we being honest, like I'm one of people like at this point in my life now, I try to be realistic about things. Like I try to call it spade to spade. I mean, I hope I ain't hurting any of y'all feelings with this, but you and your lifetime, you're not going to see it. You're not going to see it. I'm not going to see that.
See
if
what,
that change ever was to happen.
See what? What you mean?
What my dad's talking about, like everybody coming together and us, and we finally being treated as equal. We'll never see that.
Well, now that's interesting.
Your kids may not never see that.
Terrell, I don't disagree with that, but I'll go back to what you said earlier. We want accountability. You don't have to think that I'm equal. But I tell you what, if you treat me the wrong way, there should be a price to pay.
No, so you think that they're equal, because if they don't think they're not equal, that we're
but
not.
You can't change the way
you can. Exactly, right. I agree with Terrell. You can't legislate that.
Yeah, that's nothing you can. That's like somebody trying to tell you should think a certain way. You only gonna think the way you think.
That's right. That's right.
If I tell you right now, you know what, you tripping, you need to start thinking more like the man. They got it down pat. You the one that's in the wrong. Why don't you just get on board? You gonna look at me like I'm crazy.
Right.
Nigga, what?
But the thing is, they're not gonna let you get in like that.
I'm just saying. My point is, you can't change how somebody. If we got people who want to oppress us and all that, and that's how they strongly feel, and that's how they believe, that's what they believe, you're not going to change their mind.
You're not. But again,
that's just having a negative attitude. Things can change. It's just hard. It's just how you go about change.
But at the end of the day, all right, I look at it like this. You don't like me, cool.
That's cool, right? I'm good with that.
You might be doing me a favor. Or yourself, because I probably don't like you neither.
I agree.
If I did and you don't like me, guess what? I don't care.
Here's the difference, though, bro. We're not talking about like somebody liking
me and you. We talking about
but Terrell is saying.
For 1 second, look. what we're talking about is, all right, so these white men in these corporations, they have all the power, right? So if they don't like you, who's going? Where you going? Where you working at?
See, but that's what we're saying tonight. But listen, now hear me out. And I agree with Terrell. What we're saying is we don't care whether you like us or not. But the moment you go to act on that, there should be a price to pay. To use your example, okay, if you don't like me, Mr. Man, you don't like me, and you think that all black people are blasey. But the moment that you want to not hire any black people, and now the EEOC step in and said, wait a minute now, you don't have any black employees, there should be a price to pay. I don't care if you like me or not, but you can't go fire every black person in the warehouse. That's what we're saying. You know, so you can't legislate a person's point of view. I don't even want them to be able to do that. You should be able to think the way that you want to think, and not like the people that you don't want to like. But you can't act on it. That's when there's a problem. You know, that's when there's a problem. You know, but I think, like I said, now the things that they could go at, Terrell.
We had like this idea, like we want everybody to be like on the same page. And no conflict and nothing like that. Like
that's never gonna happen.
Want people to, and it shouldn't. It shouldn't. You know how off balance everything would be if that was the case.
That's true.
You need adversity.
True.
Right.
Because it's natural.
It's
because it's natural.
It's a yin. It's natural. That's
a
right.
kind of adversity, though. I want to have the same adversity. I want to have the same adversity that a young white guy has growing up.
No, you're not a young white guy.
Huh?
Why would you want? You're not a young white guy.
No, I'm talking about when I was coming up. I'm saying
when you was coming up, when you was old, anywhere in your life, you would never
Well, see what we're
the wrong thing. Well, chasing the wrong thing.
See, but no, but I want fairness. That's what he's talking about.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what he's talking about. Fairness.
He's talking about fairness. I understand. I look at it like this. I understand what you're saying. You wanted that same fairness and equal opportunity.
That's right.
To be treated the same way. That's not realistically, that's not your life.
Well then, see, but
then
that's what we fight for. Exactly.
But if I just sit back and keep taking it and don't never try to change it, it ain't gonna never change.
It ain't even about keep taking it. But it's just being like, I look at it like I said previously, like I try to play the cards I'm dealt in my life, and
that's all you can do.
Whatever's dealt my way, good, bad, whatever the case may be. I try to roll with the punches and learn from them. And
Terrell,
of course, better my situation. I think
we're talking about two different things, though.
No. Let me say this though, bro. I understand what you're saying, but I think the difference is though, as it relates to your interaction with the society as a whole, you should have certain rights. You should have the right to get pulled over. So therefore, if you're getting pulled over by the police and they're not treating you the same way they would treat the white person, then you need to vote to get people in office that will stand up for your point of view. So that's where I think we're
take action.
Exactly. We don't only just take it and not do anything about it. No, that's where voting comes in and say, okay, so I don't think we take it laying down is what I'm kind of getting.
I don't want to sound like just take it and just all right, it is what it is, and that's just that. Then you can't do nothing about it. No, fight for yourself, but you always stand up for yourself no matter what. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, to want to, I look at it like this. You as an individual, however you was born or whatever your life experiences are, that's what makes you unique to this earth. Your life is as important as anybody else.
Absolutely.
And is because it's unique to you. You're the only one.
That's right.
You are the only one of you.
That's right.
It'll never be another you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So now, whatever your life brings, you just got to roll. I'm saying not just lay down and take it, but roll with it. That's your uniqueness. That's your life. That's what makes your life special.
And And to elaborate on that, I think that's where I think we screw up because we don't exercise the true power of our dollar. We don't exercise the power of the black dollar. If you think about it, back in the 60s, when they had to sit in the back of the bus, they called for the bus boycott, shut the whole thing down. So they said, okay, you know what, we're gonna have to go without that. I think that, and Nike, you talking about the black dollar blackout, I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that. I think the difference is we have to be strategic with it. Because this is why I say that. I think that you have some people out there that are trying to, what if Dowling's Palace was still open? And you said on Friday, we're not gonna spend any money. So we're down there trying to struggle to keep our black business open, didn't do anything wrong. So now, you saying don't spend any money. There are offshoots and people that are gonna get sucked into this and hurt by it when those people are trying to do the right thing. So I think the way to handle it is to be strategic. Look at the companies that are down there. Look at the companies that can put pressure on those political people in those areas that are voting for these nonsensical issues, and you focus your attention on them. That's the way. To broadly say, not spend any money in America, I think that they're going to be other consequences. I think so. Right.
That's going a bit too far. It's extreme.
Yeah, that's extreme.
It's extremely extreme. Cause you gotta see, we got a bad habit of just lumping everybody all in one joint.
True.
All white people ain't bad.
Absolutely, most of them are.
No, but that's not what I'm. That has nothing to do with what I'm saying. I'm not prejudiced. I'm not racist or anything like that.
I know.
What I'm trying to say is
solely
the black dollar has power.
Absolutely, a lot.
You know what I mean, and until people start realizing that, we ain't gonna never get where we need to be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I agree. So again, I agree that if those politicians and those people that are down there supporting that nonsense, or any state that's thinking about doing that, I think that, okay, you target those people. Who's making contributions? What companies are making contributions to Ted Cruz? Coca-Cola? Okay. We're gonna shut you down. Now you feel the wrath.
Well, like, hold on now. Wait a minute.
Listen. Hold on.
Well, see,
Coca-Cola. No, that's where you're wrong. I don't need that job. That job need me.
No. Oh, my man, who raised that boy?
That's the difference.
I mean,
you shut that Coca-Cola down. Guess what? I can go somewhere else.
Right.
They be shut down, not me. Keep on moving.
No, well, this is what I'll say. If it's called because this is where you can make a difference. The employees and those people that are working at Coca-Cola, if they see, and I'm just using them as an example, because we don't know. Right. So we're just talking. We're just talking. Let's say Pepsi, because you work for Coke. If we find out that Pepsi is making contributions to Ted Cruz, and Ted Cruz is pushing this kind of nonsense, saying that people that stand in line shouldn't be able to get water, then it starts internally. Those employees need to start going to the management of Pepsi and saying, yo, we think that's wrong. You shouldn't be giving Ted Cruz money. You shouldn't be contributing to his campaign. It starts internally. And then if Pepsi says, as a company, forget y'all employees, we still gonna make contributions. Now we got it.
Where you stand up for yourself. This is what I'm saying. That's my part coming in. That's when you you know what I mean?
That's where it starts. It starts internally.
My thing is, it's just take action.
Agree.
You know what I'm saying? Just take action.
Do something.
And stop all this whining. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm from the old, I'm not a millennial. I'm not a Generation X dude. I'm back when it was when, you know what I'm saying? Like,
when you moved your car with your feet. Like Flintstone era. I feel
you know what I'm saying?
Hey, Terrell.
Terrell,
we're not that old, man. He's talking about when you move your cars, your feet. We're not that old.
No, he's talking about that little Chevette John. Remember with the floor was all rusted out?
I'm talking about the Derrick and Barney Rebel.
Exactly. So that's what I'm trying to say. We not that old, you know.
No, but I'm saying like we had to
got
do
you.
our shit before social media.
Right.
We had to do shit like
you had to move.
Everything wasn't at our fingertips. You had to move. You had to take action.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right. And I agree with that. And I agree with that.
Now, the flip side of that, now that you are still here and you have those same accesses, the Generation X's and Millennials, with everything is at your fingertips now. Use it.
Right.
Learn it, use it.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
I know.
Or trying to do.
Right.
Again, I just think that we have to be strategic. We have to be strategic because we don't want to overstep and then hurt ourselves, you know.
Right.
How will we hurt ourselves though?
I mean, because like the example that we just gave.
You can.
I mean, what, like you said, what if you say, all right, no black people spend money, and I'm up here in Philly trying to run my little business, making, employing black people, and you say, and then now Friday and Saturday you call for the blackout, and then I can't pay my rent now because I didn't make the money I was expecting to make because of the blackout. So we just have to be strategic. We have to educate ourselves.
You know what that?
Find the way that we can't. What?
That's called collateral damage.
Exactly. So and you don't
collateral
do you
damage.
But do you try to avoid collateral damage, or do you?
Yeah, you don't want to paint
the
target on your own back.
You can't avoid collateral damage.
But the point is to attempt to avoid collateral damage, not to walk into it.
Yeah, no, don't do it's just collateral damage.
Right. Yeah, we know that we killed the whole village.
How would you go about a black dollar blackout?
Again, find out who are those companies down there that are supporting these politicians that are pushing these laws out.
But see, you're talking about one place.
No, I said there's 250. There's 250
okay,
laws.
what do you propose? Is a black dollar
there
blackout? Break it down. What do you propose?
Right.
On June 11th, nobody spend no money.
Where?
Anywhere.
So again, you talking about? Go ahead, Terrell.
on one day, you want all black people to not spend money nowhere, no matter what.
Right.
See how fast. Not logical.
See how fast people will be like, what can we do for this never to happen again?
See, but again, like
then you at the table.
Hold on. Now, what I will tell you is, believe it or not, that is one of the most effective ways to get results and change.
Yeah.
But it's also probably the hardest way to do it, because you have to rely, everyone has to be a part. Okay, so while I was locked up, right, it would be times where I remember the blocks would be, in the county per se, we would lock down, the block would be locked down. They had us locked down for however long because of the incident. All right, so an incident happened on the block. It'd be a dude fighting, get stabbed or whatever. The guys that was involved in the incident were removed from the block.
Right. But you saying lock the whole prison down.
Hold on.
Okay, good.
No, hold on. So the dudes that was involved in the altercation removed from the block, right? Now the rest of the block is locked down for a week or 2 weeks or however long. So you're punishing y'all removed the problem, and now we're being punished for it. So it went to a thing like Jews go on hunger strikes.
Right.
Yo, when the food comes, don't nobody take no trade, don't nobody eat. And when people successfully, everybody stuck together and then nobody take no trades, it caused change. Hold on. That comes straight, the moment ain't nobody take no trades, lieutenants is coming, white shirts, sergeants, hold on, what's going on down here? What do y'all want? Yo, let us out.
That's exactly what I'm saying though, bro.
And,
That's exactly
as soon as one person take a tray, it's no longer a hunger strike now. Right. Someone took a tray, and now one's
somebody else is going to take
Everybody's
it.
hungry. Now that's causing another issue on the block, because now once we come out, whoever took that tray got an answer to it.
Right.
See, but Nike, the question is then, and I agree with Terrell.
So how do you get everybody to commit and do this?
Or is it more effective to be strategic? Is it more effective to find out, to find out who is directly causing this havoc and you go after them directly? That if you got cancer, I mean, but it's
strategic
also
route.
it's more strategic and it's more logical. It's more,
It's more
and
logical,
you'll get more buy-in because now I'm sorry if I have my business open, a black business, and you saying no, don't spend money with Stace either.
On this day,
on
don't
this
spend
day.
no money nowhere.
So you
Now
trying
I'm
to tell
sorry.
me if you have a business, you can't afford one
Night,
day
yeah,
with
night.
that business?
Yo, depending,
Or
you pick a busy day. You pick that Saturday that's normally my busy day. Yeah, most businesses, especially small black businesses, are
Busy day
living
or
like
not
families.
busy day,
Check the
you
check.
saying a busy day? Hell, a day
Check the
ain't
check.
that busy. That's
Check
the
is
day you need.
check the check, right? Like like families. Families can't. That's like saying to a lot of families, you go a week without that pay. Now they like, you know, I can't pay the
Well,
next
y'all
check. I got to put
basically
the
against
rest.
my idea of the,
I'm
No,
not
no,
against it.
no. We're just saying be
told you it's
strategic.
the most effective. I
Be
just said
strategic.
I just said it's probably the most effective way to do something,
Right.
but it's also probably the hardest way to get something done.
And be strategic.
Yeah, it's almost unrealistic. It's almost like illogical for that to happen. It's not going. I don't see it happening. That's my point. That's what I'm saying. I don't see how that would happen.
Now,
of course, I would love and wanted to.
Now let me tell you this, Nike.
Me being realistic, I know that's not.
all I can
happen.
all I can say on that, Rel, is even if it fails, it was an attempt.
Well,
You know what I'm
okay.
saying?
I get that,
even
but
if it fails, like I ain't fucked my shoes up and I ain't protesting. But
all right.
I'm trying to.
You tried, and nothing beats
I tried, right.
you like a try.
But Nike, but do this then. Take a look at the people. Take a look at the people in Georgia that are pushing these laws. Do some research and find out their biggest donors, and put that out there. Now you talking a little. Now you talking about because now you talking about people being able to get into something. Okay, to be more specific. It's Pepsi. Pepsi is this congressperson's or this governor's biggest donor.
Allegedly.
No. I'm just saying, using that as an example. Right.
But
Allegedly.
since you using names and shit.
Well, I didn't want to use Coke because for my nephew.
No trouble, no
I didn't want to use Coke because of nephew.
So allegedly.
Right, allegedly.
Air
Right.
quotes on it.
Right, yeah, there you go. Allegedly, find out his biggest donor, and you put that out because now that's a fact. That's a fact. That's not allegedly. I can prove that this company is this person's biggest donor, and they're continually to donate money towards this person, and he's trying to stop our vote. Now you're talking about a different story. Now everybody can say, okay, you know what, I'm with that. That's easy. Versus saying, don't go buy your medicine, your heart medicine at the right age.
Now what Stacey is saying is the easiest way to do that.
Right.
You come with the facts.
You come with the
Lay
facts.
out
Right.
The facts.
Right.
With the proof, where though
Right.
you can't question it. Now that's
right. That's easy.
People in the corner.
That's right.
To make them ride with.
That's right. That's easy.
Your party.
That's true.
Into a
That's
corner
true.
and force them to ride with. Yo, you have no way to deny this.
That's
You
right.
got to
Proof
change
right here.
Hiring no private detective.
No. You can find out yourself.
With
You
niggas
now
getting money from
the difference is
public
that's
knowledge.
right. All that information is out in the public. Now you have to do a little bit more research in the beginning to arm yourself with the research, like Terrell said, to put it on a platter and say, and you can't be sued because these are the facts. This person's biggest donor.
Yeah, this, I'm not saying
XYZ. That's right.
Right.
You know, so again, I agree with what you're talking about doing 100%. I just think we have to be more strategic. All right, listen.
Shut that shit down, man.
all right, listen. What's up with the boy? What's his name? Jaxn. What's his name? Robert Jaxn? What's his name,
Derrick
Terrell?
Jaxn.
What's up with the boy?
Derrick Jaxn.
Derrick Jaxn. So, Terrell, are you familiar with this whole thing, man? Did you hear about this?
I did not. Enlighten me.
All right, Knight, go ahead. Enlighten the youngin, man.
Give people that's listening and Terrell and me, tell us what the story is about.
Okay, all right. Let me start up with this. So I don't want to sit here and sound like I'm an expert on this boy because I don't know anything about him. But apparently he's some kind of relationship guru, right? Is a brother, black dude, and he's talking about relationship and love your wife and this kind of stuff and that kind of stuff and apparently, and again, I don't follow him, but they were saying that he said he's often like trashing men, and men, this whatever it is. Then come to find out that
he gaming
right.
these chicks on the internet.
Right. So of course, he got a platform. Yeah, he got a play. He does, I guess, YouTube videos. So all these women kind of, falling over, listening to what he's saying and this and that. Now the boy was messing around on his wife and got one chick pregnant. That's what Terry said today, right, Knight?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
And she's still with him.
So what he did, Terrell, like 2 weeks ago, he had this video of him sitting there with his wife sitting next to him saying,
I seen it. All right, I know what you're talking about.
Right, exactly.
I do know.
Sorry.
I do know. Yeah.
So
I was doing all this, that, third, blah, 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 cheating on my wife all this time, X, Y, Z. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And now
so Terry was sitting there.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So Terry, so what did you find out, Knight?
Find out about the boy?
Yeah, you said you saw.
Yeah, he got two people.
Two?
Yeah, it's the second John now. Now, that it's the second girl that came out and she pregnant. And she's like, we together. I guess she don't, what I mean?
She said we together. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, Terrell, what do you think about that? Okay, what are your thoughts, man? As a person just hearing, okay, who I don't want to say who's at fault, but if he's putting it out there, if he's not lying to these chicks and he's saying, look, sis, I'm married, I'm not going anywhere. I mean, what? Well,
I'm trying to figure out what's
the problem?
What's the biggest? No. I don't mean like that. No.
That's my boy. That's my boy right there.
No, hold on.
Go ahead. Look.
Like that emoji, John. He like,
okay, go ahead, bro. Okay.
So what I'm saying, I'm trying to see what the issue is, as far as is people having the issue with, because he was preaching the gospel basically of relationships and doing his own thing on the side.
Yeah, well, that's part of it.
Or is it? Or is this? Is it like, well, damn, all the stuff he was saying wasn't no good because he wasn't even following? What's the biggest?
Actually, Terrell, that's interesting because it's both of those. So if he's giving advice, and he's saying what he's saying is true, but he's not following it. I mean, he's a hypocrite. But
right.
I mean, but you.
If he gave you some game, right, or it helped your relationship, what the hell can you like? All right, well, when he didn't follow it, but what he said made sense and it worked for me. So
but like the thing is, see, that's once again, man. I go back to this, and I'm not politically correct, so if somebody get ready to get mad at me or whatever, man, it's whatever. But like, that's one of the part of the problems with the social media shit. First of all, because that's where he was getting these chicks on social media. I'm gonna tell you, like, the problem with social media is like everybody. It's like having an asshole. You know what I mean? Everybody got an opinion. Everybody got an opinion. And it's like an asshole. Some opinions stink. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's you.
I mean, I don't understand where you're going with that, though.
I'm going with
basically, it ain't nobody's business what's going on in that man's personal life.
That's his business. I'm not gonna comment on that. That's his business. Right. You know what I mean, if his wife is okay with it,
and that's on her.
If the girl is okay with it, why I'ma speak on it?
I mean, unfortunately, that's kind of what a lot. And well, see, now I didn't talk to a lot of dudes about it, but I get the feeling that a lot of dudes are gonna say this. I mean, and I hate to say it, but it's like, game recognized game. A lot of dudes probably like, this dude like everybody else given the opportunity. I mean, but then the other side now,
I'm not saying he was right,
but what you mean, Terrell? I mean,
what makes him special?
Was he wrong? Right? Was he wrong?
What makes him special that nobody thought he was?
Was he wrong for his actions, or was he wrong for being a hypocrite?
Okay,
either way, he was wrong, but that's on him.
No, I'm not saying he wasn't wrong, but what I'm saying is he wrong.
I don't care about.
No, I'm not saying he wasn't wrong. He was wrong. But
Wrong for what?
I'm
What part was he
saying
wrong
is,
for?
It don't affect me one way or the other.
So you saying he was wrong because he was a hypocrite?
Well,
And one.
I mean, but
you ain't practicing what you preach.
So when you're a okay. So being
it's a lot of people that lie on TV.
Hypocrite. That's.
It's whack. It's whack to be a hypocrite, but I mean, but
true.
That's what it is.
But if you give us some good knowledge, then yeah, I guess. Hell.
If you knew some of the shit about these stars that's out here,
right, right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Or actually, what I will say is that we know already. We know that. We know how they are. See. Okay. Now, what someone was talking about, and I don't want to quote the whole conversation the wrong way. They were saying, look, what do you think about these women though? What about these women that kind of fell for this? I mean, that knew the boy was married, and because he was doing whatever he was doing or whatever.
Well, if he never said he wasn't married and all that, he laid all that off from the rip.
So it's not right. I mean, so can you fault him?
Well, yeah, you can fault him for still going for breaking his vows to his wife and all that.
Okay,
but
true. Okay,
can the women be mad at him? Well, no, you knew he was married and in a relationship. You choose to be a jump off. You're dumb. But
it ain't always like that. See, sometimes like the thing is, you don't know what their situation was.
What you mean,
like you calling this one girl a jump off, like you don't know what their situation was. They could have been friends. They could have been,
you got to explain that. What do you mean? If you friends with somebody, Terrell, help your pop out. What does he mean by that, man?
I'm trying to figure it out. I'm saying, I'm saying, I want to hear it.
So you said
what you mean?
Right, what do you mean,
man? Never mind, man. Go ahead.
No. You're making this seem like you might be serious. I'm serious.
Yeah, crazy.
You might be making sense.
Right.
I'm trying to find out. I ain't mean to say jump off. I'm just saying, like, girlfriend number 2, side piece is winning, like,
I mean, we might not like the term, but if you put it all out there, and you say, look, I'm not going to, but we agree as adults to go out here and have a good time. I mean, you could call it what you want to call it.
Yeah.
But it is what it is, right?
You choosing to be side piece, then that's you don't have no right to be mad.
Yeah, I mean, right.
No, man. I mean, like I said, I don't know his situation, so I really can't comment on it.
Now, if he telling her one thing, yeah, we married, we together, but this ain't working. I'm about to leave her for you and all this.
Nah, that's what I said. The moment you start lying, that's different.
Yeah, right.
That's different.
If you run a game on it like that,
that's different.
You out of pocket.
You out of pocket, right?
But you playing with somebody's heart and their emotions.
Agreed.
And
that's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's different.
That's true.
That's different.
So now you in the wrong. But if you kept like I said in the beginning, if you kept a beam from the rip, like, look, you know what this is. What's at home. Like, I ain't going nowhere.
Yeah,
that's what it is. We gonna do us. But that's you know what I'm saying.
Now what M. Tanita Austin said, he's telling women not to deal with men like him, and I agree. That's and actually somebody called him a mug boy, a screw boy. I mean, but that's the truth though. It is what it is though. But okay, but let me ask you this then.
Now, I will say I don't agree with him when I don't like what he did although it's not solely he's not solely to blame, but now you're playing the part and you're making good brothers look bad. Because now you messing it, you messing it up because they had this image of him. Oh, he was such a good. He was, you know what I mean? Now you're making it harder for dudes who is sincere about what they're saying.
Yeah, but
who do practice what they preach. And now,
but your folk not gonna look at you any differently though.
No, I'm just saying. Now you might have people second guessing someone who's genuine about what they saying. Like people might start second guessing them now. Like, damn, you might be just like, you know what I mean? Bullshit all the time.
But the thing is, like, see. Now I'm
making it hard for the good brother.
I'm gonna be like Pooch on this joint now, right? So I'm talking about only one person can judge me, you, and everybody else. Like,
without a
it's
doubt.
not a place to judge nobody. You know what I mean? If he doing
Right,
something
that's what I
supposed
said.
to do,
That's on him.
or if
I ain't got
I'm
nothing
doing
to-
something
you know what
I
I
ain't
mean?
supposed to do, or if you doing something you only have to answer to one, not
Yep.
person, but you
True.
know what I mean. You be judged, but you know what I mean. Like, can't nobody
Now-
on earth judge you. You know what I mean?
Now, what Shai said, and this is I agree. It sounds harsh, but I agree with it. Shai said he's pandering to a niche crowd, and he's a con man. And I mean, and that sums it all up.
Pretty much.
You know, he's saying one thing, doing another. You know, but see now again, when a couple other females were having this conversation, the women pay.
He realized the untapped market that like, oh, it's potential right here.
I mean, but
This market right here is where it's at. I can make a, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But do
I
the
can make a
women?
name for myself. I could be somebody in this. That lane gave him a sense of what's the word I'm looking for? It gave him a reason, something to live. All right, boom, I found my lane. I found my niche.
Game purpose.
This is what he gave him purpose. Yeah. Whether he
But do you also though look at Terrell? You said that a dude doing things like this kind of screws it up and makes it look bad for dudes that are trying to do the right thing. Do you also look at the women that went for this though? You know, do any fault lie with them? Because like I said, a lot of real dudes saw it coming from the beginning. We sit there, and we see it all day. Like, yo, this dude.
I said, yeah, hell yeah. Yes,
you know,
you gullible enough. Stop being so dumb and gullible and just.
But you know, it's always gonna be the guy's fault. That's just, you know what I mean? It's always gonna be the guy's fault.
No, it's not. No, not always. But when you wrong, you're wrong.
When you're wrong, right.
When you're wrong, you're wrong. Ain't no getting around it. Ain't no who fault it is. If you wrong, then it's your fault. But just as bad as women, so not all women. Because nowadays, in this era, it just kind of flipped. The whole dynamic of the relationships and it flipped.
True.
Women, it's dudes be chasing.
You gotta fight to wear the pants in this bitch now.
You got to what?
For real.
Because for so long, women have been so used to being independent and on their own and not needing no nigga for nothing. That one, we look at it. That's a good thing. We want independent women.
But is it
sometimes
right?
Is it
right? Because now
it's possible to be a little too independent.
Exactly. Because now you have a dude. Now you have a dude.
You don't want to be too independent.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You want somebody, but you constantly want to prove your independence when there's no need to.
Right.
Okay. I know you can do it and be good on your own.
Or you in the
that's
same.
Not that ain't what you want.
Right.
I'm proud that you could do it on your own, but
you don't let a person. You don't give a person a chance because, like, you've been hurt in the past, or you know what I mean,
right?
Or you like
don't lose the good thing. It's all about knowing your worth. But sometimes it's all about knowing your worth.
So
I think men and women. That's
I agree with Terrell, man. Yeah, you have to know you have to know what you do. You know what you do, what you capable, what you bring to the table, but also what you don't.
Right.
But also what you don't. You know, and be realistic. Be realistic.
But
you know, because
you can miss out on a great thing.
Both sides.
On both sides.
Both sides.
Because you looking for something crazy. You know what I mean?
Right.
Looking for something that's not realistic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, a lot of these new, especially nowadays, I think a lot of these chicks now is looking for this like creative player.
Who?
Everybody, I call them creative players.
Creative player. Okay.
Yeah.
The textbook boy.
Muscle bound.
Right.
12-inch joint. Stand for 3 days. Don't ever bust. Got the most money, baddest cars, biggest houses.
Right.
Man, you just created a player on the game.
Right. Yeah.
You made the perfect player. You ain't. Come on. Let's be realistic.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like everybody ain't that.
What do you say? What'd you say, bro?
You say everybody not that.
Everybody ain't the creative player. A creative player, man. Like, you know,
most people
somebody this fantasy. Yeah. That guy with the 6-pack, the greatest, the most lucrative job, the most money, biggest house, baddest car, longest piece. You know what I'm saying? Like go all day, all night. Like
hey Rel, if you over 30 and you got a 6-pack,
you fake. You was made in somebody's lab.
You might be sweet.
Yo, nah, I disagree with that, man. I disagree with that, man.
No,
I disagree with that.
I'm just bullshit.
I disagree with that.
Bullshit.
Yeah,
Y'all know
because
that's a fat man joke. That's a fat man joke.
Oh, is that what that is? All right.
You featherweights, man.
Yeah, man. But that whole situation is jacked up, man. All right. So what we got next?
Man, it's like
okay. This is a little lighter, and we're gonna start with Terrell, man. Terrell's a newbie.
Talk to me.
Terrell's a newbie. You know. So what is your most embarrassing moment, man? What's your most embarrassing moment, man?
Most embarrassing moment. Might have been
that's a tough one.
And I can't. That's crazy. I can't quite remember.
It's tough.
All right, one I probably say middle school, elementary school, something like that. I can't remember. So we used to play. I actually had two. I don't know. Not that I want to. Anyway, I had one good one, whereas though I never forget. So I guess I want to say it was like middle school, maybe. So me and my friends, we be playing, and we'd run around pulling each other's shorts, pants down, and all that, like in front of everybody, in front of the crowd. So, you know what I'm saying? So I was always one of the ones who was part of the. I was good at not getting caught slipping.
Right.
Until one day in gym. My man Randall caught me. Slid up on me, I ain't peep. And he went to snatch my shorts down. And along with my shorts came my drawers. And I'm standing in front of all. I think I'm literally standing in front of all the girls in my class talking, like playing around, joking and laughing and joking.
You didn't realize it?
With your man
out. I realized it when it happened, but I'm just saying. I ain't like he pulled it down. I just kept standing there, continuing the conversation. No, it was just. It was like the placement and the timing of it. It was bad. I'm like, yo, you couldn't have caught me. Like, this was the worst time to catch me. I'm standing there in front of everybody. Everybody's around.
Right.
Yo,
that's crazy. That's crazy. All right, Knight.
Shorts, boxes, everything.
Well, I gotta go next, man.
All right. Well, all right.
I go next.
All right, okay. All right, go ahead.
All right, look. So I was about 10 or 11, and my grandma wanted everybody to go to church. So I get all dressed up, but I ain't had no shoes to wear to church. So my stepdad, he said, I'm gonna hook you up. I got you. yo, you know back in the day when they had the heel Jones on them, like almost like the I'm gonna get you sucker joint, but not quite that big. Yo, so I was like, man, this is fucked up. I don't even want to go to church now. Like, all right, so we get into church. And it was these sisters. I don't remember if they was twins or not. I used to like them girls, man. You know what I mean? So we all sitting, you know, the kids are sitting on one row, on one pew, right?
Yo.
So I look over. I see the one John talking to her sister like, she like this. Yo, they was cracking up. It was all quiet. Yo, my knees, I tried to bend my knees like up under the jaw. Yo,
that's crazy, man.
I was fucked up. I couldn't wait.
Let me. All right, this is not one of.
But I remember the preacher was like, "Hey, man, I was gone."
Okay. Hey, Knight, remember back in the day though? I remember we were playing football on the block, man. This wasn't my moment, but. We playing football on the block. I had on these sneakers in the front had wore out, and my socks was flapping. And the socks came out of the front. It was flat. I had to like after every play, I had to tuck them back into the sneakers. Yo, you man. Well, I guess we all went through moments where, hand-me-downs that didn't fit.
Yeah.
Yo,
that shit was fucked, man.
hey, Nike, remember you remember the time, Nike, we were in Mansion, we were in school, and remember they were wearing them bombers, the leather bombers?
The leather bomber joints.
Hey, Terrell, man, my mom gave me this,
I remember. The plastic joint. I remember that joint, yeah. I remember that
Terrell, and it was 3/4. It was three-quarter of them joints.
It was long as fuck.
Yo, and then now, Terrell, your pop lived around 30th Street, so he didn't walk home with us. But this Negro walked half of the way home with us so he could bust. They bust on me for the time.
I was like, oh no, nigga, you ain't
time you showed up.
Shice, Pooch, yo, I was a hurt.
Going in on you.
That was the last time I wore that jacket, man. It was an Andre Delore 3/4 inch pleather joint. That joint hurt me to my heart.
3,000 in that joint.
That joint hurt me to my heart, man.
Swishing and shit.
All right, Nike, that's enough. Nike, this is my joint. Now you got to add on to it.
Oh, I said, but that's your.
No, he's just trying to add on to it, man. You're supposed to let it go,
You supposed to let it go.
Yo, Terrell, man, it was a pleasure having you on, man. This is real.
I appreciate it, man.
I'm ready to upgrade. Listen, I'm ready to upgrade, man. I'm gonna hit you after we hang up.
Y'all gotta plug me in more often, man.
Yo, man, but this was fun, man.
Stay on. We're about to stop recording, but stay on.
Yeah, it was interesting, man. We enjoyed having you on. Real opinionated.
I appreciate it being here, man.
And also your young perspective. I mean, you're a different age bracket from me and your pop.